Welcome to Aya and welcome to Aya Golden Energy Healing. In this video, we're going to teach you the basics of seeing energy. Energy senses are a basic human sense and they can be developed by anyone. As you know already from previous lessons in this course, the type of energy that we're talking about are different types of magnetic fields. It's very important to develop this sense for golden energy healing. You need to be able to see what's happening in your own bioenergy fields and also in other people's energy when you'll be giving healing to others. For example, seeing the blockages in chakras is extremely useful because then you can target that chakra for healing. And you know when it's being cleared out and clean. So let's start by talking about the two main ways of seeing energy. The first way is actually by seeing the energy. What's actually happening is that your subconscious energy senses are picking up the energy fields around you and then overlaying them in your normal visual field of view. Because you can't actually see energy, not in a normal way with your eyes, because magnetic fields don't actually reflect light. But when you see the energy in this method, it does look like it's really there. It looks like you're seeing a fuzzy haze of energy. And you can start by trying to see the aura around your hands. So with this exercise, look at your hands either with a black background or a white background. Make sure it's a uniform background because the more irregularity behind the hand, the harder it is to see the aura. So next, spread your fingers just slightly and try and focus on the gaps in between the fingers. So just relax your focus a little bit, not to the point of going cross-eyed, but just before that. And try and notice if you see any sort of hazy glow around the edges of your fingers. Now another way is to focus directly in the center of your finger and then relax the focus. Sometimes the aura becomes visible in your peripheral. But every time you try and focus on it, it disappears. So the aura is a whitish haze, that's what you're looking for. If you see any blue, by the way, you're seeing the energy body. Now eventually you'll be able to see more and more of the aura and you'll start to see points extending out from each fingertip. Now you can also practice by seeing the aura around your head in front of the mirror. Yeah, it actually works in front of the mirror. What you'll find is you start to see a big dome around your head. That's the inner aura. And you can even start practicing seeing it on other people as well. Although be careful you don't go around staring at people because you'll get yourself in trouble. Now, let's move on to the second method, which is called the visual intuition method. This method is a far better way of seeing energy. Because with the first method, you can actually see the energy fields that are around you or around other people or objects, but all you see is a funny haze. It can be useful in some circumstances when you're giving healing, but it's quite limited. The visual intuition method is far more powerful. This method relies on your own higher mind giving you a vision of what you need to see. Now, don't forget, your higher mind is the thinking part of your soul. And yes, it can communicate with you, or rather it's your higher mind communicating with your lower mind. Now, the difference is that you see inside your mind. You're using your mind's eye. And you can see a lot of detail sometimes, which is just not there with the first method. You can see the chakras and the movement of energy flows through them. You can actually see the spinning mechanisms inside the chakras. You can see the meridian system of vessels in the energy body. You can see the free flow system, the kundalini system. In fact, you can see anything that your higher mind wants you to see. So how do you activate this intuitive sense? Well, you have to work on the brow chakra. But you've got to be very careful when you work on the brow chakra. I want to make this very clear. Some chakras have a special purpose as well as being an energy pump that create flow in the body. One of the brow chakra's roles is perception. Perception into the astral dimensions. And also it acts as a conduit for intuition from your higher mind. The latter is what we're trying to increase. But the perception of the astral dimensions is not something we're trying to do in this course. But they sort of come together. Now, the astral is not part of this course, but put simply, It's a collective dream world that everyone's connected to, and that's where people are existing in between incarnations. Traditionally speaking, it's often called the spirit world. Now, problems can occur if you open your brow chakra when you still have emotional blockages in the lower chakras. So the main message here is that if you ever work on your brow chakra, make sure you work on all the major chakras equally to make sure you grow with balance and not imbalance. So one method of opening the brow chakra is through chakra breathing. I'll take you through this exercise now, just for the brow. But make sure you go and read our full explanation on chakra breathing and do it on all the major chakras. And you can find that in the free booklet of self-healing exercises through our link in bio. So let's start. Chakra breathing combines a simple breathing rhythm with a visualization. So hopefully you've already watched the previous videos, so you've gotten pretty good at golden energy yogic breathing, right? Well, chakra breathing uses the same breathing rhythm, but a different visualization. So I'm not going to explain the breathing rhythm here because I've done that already. And by the way, if you haven't done that yet, make sure you go back and do the series of video lessons in order. So for the visualization then, on the in-breath, when you're breathing in, you want to visualize purple energy coming in through your brow chakra opening. And as your lungs are filling up with air, your whole energy body is filling up with purple energy, all coming through the brow chakra, until on the top of the breath, your whole energy body is completely full of purple energy. Now on the out breath, the air's coming out, but this is very different from the golden energy yogic breathing, because this time you want to breathe the energy back out of the brow chakra opening in your visualization. So your whole energy body empties out through the brow until there's none left on the bottom of the breath. So basically, it's like breathing purple energy in and out of your brow chakra in the visualization, of course. Now remember, there's only one opening to the brow chakra and it faces forwards. So no need to do it at the back like you would do for some of the other chakras. Make sure you go and read the booklet of self-healing exercises and make sure you do the chakra breathing on all your major chakras so you don't get any imbalances. Trust me, you don't want that to happen. Okay, and lastly, one more exercise to encourage the brow chakra to open gently. This is a meditation exercise. Now, we're not going to do this as a guided meditation right now. That'll be for another time, but we just want to explain the concept. If you already meditate, then you can try this method. But if you don't meditate, then go back to our booklet of self-healing exercises and try out some basic meditation first, just so you know the general concept. So what you want to do is use a purple dot as an object of meditation. When you've got your eyes closed, visualize a purple dot directly in front of you, in between your eyes. Focus all of your attention on that dot and don't let your attention waver at all. Perfect concentration on that purple dot. And you can base your whole meditation around it. You can even elaborate on the concept and start making the purple dot grow and shrink. This will encourage the growth and the opening of the brow chakra. But remember, don't work on the brow chakra without a full program of work on all the major chakras. Okay, that's enough for now. Try out these exercises and persevere with them, and we'll catch up in the next video. Okay, make sure you follow or subscribe for the next lessons. See you soon.